Now, Golden State, they're not a good defensive team. If the Jazz execute, they should get what they want.
Jump shot, free throw line. And Kai Boyman with the bucket.
No one feels sorry for him, that ball. They dominated the league for 5 years.
No, you talk to
3 titles and 2 runner-ups.
You talk to the broadcast crew of Golden State, you're right.
And he was going against one of the best, if not the best, offensive center in Karl Anthony Towns.
Just inside the three-point line, the jumper falls in.
But still dangerous.
Right, and he's been even better at home.
Well, they're always good in this building.
Yeah.
6-1 this year.
Well, they use that altitude to their advantage. Alec Burks.
Former member of the Jazz, lasers a 3.
Bowman's out front against Conley to his left. He's in the paint, floater, yes.
Yeah, you look at Bowman's last 3, he's really playing efficient basketball. Sometimes you have to protect yourself from the player because you don't want an injury to hamper Rudy for a week or 2.
Breakaway bucket by the Warriors.
So let's just watch Rudy here in the next couple minutes, see if he can get it loose and keep running.
Spellman scores his first 2 just off the bench. There's only 8 players to go tonight for Golden State.
Rudy here in the next couple minutes, see if he can get it loose and keep running.
Spellman scores his first 2 just off the bench. There's only 8 players to go tonight for Golden State. And I'll tell you what the Warriors can still do with this lineup is get up and down the court and run.
I'm impressed with Rudy once again. Rudy gets the ball stolen by AB.
AB, but who hands it?
I'm impressed with Rudy once again. Rudy gets the ball stolen by AB.
AB, but who hands it? 5% from downtown. He's hit 12 of his last 25 coming in tonight. There's a drive inside, a little pocket pass, hook it up and in.
Good use of the pump fake there by Chris. Although it was a long first quarter.
It went on and on. Joe, left hand, looks inside, he finds Green. Tries to put it down with his right hand, denied. Looks inside, he finds Green. Tries to put it down with his right hand, denied.
Now, big time block. That's going to be Golden State's game. They want to get up and down. You get them in a half-court set.
Jersey, Sox. There's a drive inside. Oh, up and in. Jordan Poole showing why. Flies it to Joe. Back inside, Jeff Green. Jazz have had looks, man, at the rim. There's Dante Exum on the floor for the 3rd time this season. Warriors take the jumper for 3. No blockout. Rebound. One more try and in.
And this is the issue with this lineup. With Green at the 5, especially if he's on the perimeter.
You quickly saw those first quarter numbers. The Jazz did shoot 60%. And got that late 3 by Donovan. Speaking of threes,
what you liked
one early in his first game out.
And what you liked about that one, and he showed his quickness to get around the defender.
Big move down low. Bowman against Dante. Dante had played 2 games in a total of 22 minutes to start his season. And the jumper goes down by Omari Spellman.
Puts his shoulder into and creates space. There's not a lot you can do if you're defending him.
Utah opens a lead of 7. Jump hook.
He is wide open underneath the rim on some of these shots for easy dunks.
Bowman hands it off. There's a floater in the paint on a couple of bounces, and the bucket is good. And he's worked on it. We saw him boxing throughout the last couple of 3 summers. You know, he lifts the weights. He does the work. Rudy stays his ground. Shot clock at 4. Shot clock down to 3. Inside, Bogey stays close, but a tough bucket down low.
And if you're Rudy,
minutes of the second.
That ball is in the air. You're just saying to yourself, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Jumper good. Corner 3. And Glenn Robinson, the 3rd.
As an opposing coach, you got to look at that and say, oh, my.
AB shot comes up short. Warriors rebound. They'll fire up another 3 in the corner. This time it's down. Bogey wanted it. Instead, they go out to Gobert.
Take him, Gobert. That's got to be a foul.
Rudy,
come on.
Rudy is just knocked down, split-legged.
I mean, that was a WWE move.
Here's AB. Nice pass down low. Stein has to finish inside with a nice pass, and the Warriors move it around and get a bucket.
He just pulls up. That shot is so pure. It's when he's off balance and he tries to shoot it over the outstretched hands of. He gets a little deep in the paint where he gets in trouble.
Bowman. And look, from our vantage point, I thought he did. And that ball is simply stolen by AB, he drives on Donovan, and Mitchell's quick hands knocks it away out of bounds.
Tell me, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of done coaching it. Our youngest Samuel he graduated from high school last year, and I'd coached his AAU team since 2nd grade or something like that. I coached my daughters, and
Pascal's dad is always, hey, you need to rebound more. And how about just taking it the length?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we already had an issue with Melly.
at one time in this game, you're able to succeed in another because you're using your mind and you're figuring it out. I'll use Carl as an example. I think he'd score 100 points a night.
Right.
I don't see anybody that could guard him.
It's so tough to get over him.
Bare handling, and didn't give it to a guard, and it gets the Warriors a freebie.
Yeah, go there.
That's the three that's got to go.
Oh, nice.
There it is.
You have this argument that I'm sure you get asked, because I get asked all the time, about who's better, who's going to be the best player, and then you have Kobe, throw him in there. And then you got, some people say James Harden now is the best offensive player of all time.
Picked up by Jeff Green, quick outlet, Moutier. He'll drive it. He's not afraid. Wraparound pass, but tosses it into the hands of the Warriors. Bowman slips by Ingles to the rack. That's a big-time move. He'll drive it. He's not afraid. Wraparound pass, but tosses it into the hands of the Warriors. Bowman slips by Ingles to the rack. That's a big-time move.
You watch Donovan on the shot. A lot of times it doesn't even hit the rim. It's a splash.
Donovan's
doesn't
third
miss.
three.
He doesn't miss left or right often.
On the floor, when he plays, Bradley's a 56% shooter. Knocks in his first two. There's a easy roll to the rim. And what happened there? A technical foul as Joe was on the ground.
And he still hasn't lost his athleticism at all.
First two in this half. Ooh, a big three down the barrel.
Spellman.
He's got 9.
He's having a good time.
Yeah, this is not a fluke. He can shoot the ball. A pass behind Green, and here comes Chris Hanlon.
Yeah, he'll take about 2 threes a game.
Jeff Green took a swat across the nose, no call. Warriors run, front court, inside, one bounce, behind the back, getting fancy, threes up, and good.
Back-to-back threes by Spellman.
Spellman
And you
goes
see Green
deep again.
I would think Donovan here has another couple minutes, and then Coach Quinn's going to rest him for tomorrow.
Down the barrel, Bowman. Another 30-point game. It would be his third of this young season. Golden State on a drive inside. Nice bucket around Jeff Green. Loose and a foul. Joe reached in to stop Kai Bowman from running to the rim.
For both teams.
Ingles, that high pass taken away by Golden State. Rudy's going to dive on the floor, try to pick it up. Warriors finally claim the.
Again, when Rudy goes down, you hold your breath.
Corner three. Spellman wide open. Joe goes to work with his left hand. Pocket pass. Gobert couldn't handle it. Another Utah
Too many
turnover.
turnovers, yeah.
It's going to be a runaway to the rim. And Joe goes to work with his left hand. Pocket pass. Gobert couldn't handle it. Another Utah
Too many turnovers, yeah.
It's going to be a runaway to the rim, and a flush for 2 makes it a 12-point game. Bowman's back on the other end offensively. Hands it off. They slide it to AB inside. Jack knifes it up and in. He took it. He promised he was going to take it at Rudy, and he did.
He's got a knack. One of the reasons why they can only have April, that they're at a luxury tax or at the hard cap because of the trade of Russell. And so they can't add another player.
What was it, 400,000 is all
they have 4.
to work with.
That's all they have to work with.
Starting 5, playing more minutes than Quinn Snyder, I'm sure, planned, and the Warriors just keep chipping away with Spellman's 3.
That's Spellman's 4th 3 of this quarter ball.
He has scored 12 here in the 4th. Overthrows Willie Cauley-Stein to Jazz. Oh, stolen away. First turnover by Conley tonight. Bowman to the rack. And Donovan jumps into the second row. Bowman with 17. Overthrows Willie Cauley-Stein to Jazz. Oh, stolen away. First turnover by Conley tonight. Bowman to the rack. And Donovan jumps into the second row. Bowman with 17. Again, the backcourt doing the damage tonight. AB tries on Rudy, scores it.
When he gets going downhill, we've seen it time and time again.
Bogdanovich loses the handle, and here comes AB. Slices inside off the glass for 2 more.
whole burst.
4 to shoot, down to 3, deep 3. Off the mark, tapped out. Warriors have it, they run it inside and score. My, oh my.